hello a second time, or the first time, depending on how long you've been around. So we're going to go for some warlords tonight, and I just need to fetch on 2 details here, and then we're good to go. Okay. That is on. Yeah. Give me a sec. For some reason, my carefully tinkered headline is not taken over. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but whatever. I'll be there in a sec. Okay, now we got it. Everything has been a little bit more chaotic than I wanted it to be, but I think now we're good to go. Yeah, finally. Alright. Sorry for the wait. First, the cats demolished the sleeping room. They just climbed into the wardrobe and did some chaos there, which I was kind enough to fix, so my dear wife was able to sleep, or at least try to. And yeah, I actually wanted to be here a couple of minutes ago already. But luckily I am a night person, and over here it's midnight. So, anyways, I'm rambling. We're going to go now and see what we can do down there below in the underworld. Okay. So everything's working as I want it to. Right, good. Let's check on the techniques before I dive into the game. So, Amarolus, show me, where do we go next? I've been busy lately. So, this bleed immune monstrosity I don't want to go for. And that guy, why didn't I go for that one? Light damage, increased damage, shadow clones. Let's see how well we can handle that. So, everything's still working. Because... Oh, I'm instantly dead. Alright. So I need to respect the shadows more. Got it. I love this game. Okay. So, is this another one of these tedious realms? Huh? I think so. Because these shadows are just too annoying to just waltz in there and kill everybody. Yeah. Combination of Gargantuan and those shadows is pretty nasty. So we're going to take it with some more time. I mean, I should probably don't go with my leveling Reaper here either. But we'll see. For now, I'll go with that plan here. Currently leveling the Magnificent Leviathan. I mean, it's pretty crappy for me, because my character is just not really well suited for that. But it has an emergency heal spell, which I actually think is quite nice. Okay. So, let's breach this. Or something like that. Ooh, that's a lot of gentlemen. Thing here is I need to clear out these rooms a little bit before I can actually go in there. Because otherwise those shadow clones just rip me apart. I'm very much tanking with life leech and life gain on head. And these shadow clones, well, once they're dead, you can't life leech from them anymore, but they still hurt you. That's what killed me immediately when I went in here, blindly, without respecting the challenge. Oh, we can use that corner here. There we go. Oh, that's a lot. For those interested, this is a bleed/skewer build. I use bleed stacks and skewer stacks to inflict both damage over time and a pretty decent single target damage. Because the skewer does deal extra damage whenever you hit somebody repeatedly. Alright, I want to clear out all the enemies before I open up the breaches here. Playing very conservatively. But if I play too hasty, I'll be tossed out here anyways, so... DPS of this Reaver is pretty crappy, honestly. Yeah, didn't pay attention here enough. Let's take a real weapon. I mean, this is one of the realms that I left up for later when I feel stronger. So... I liked this one, right? Indirect damage, exactly. That's pretty good for a bleed stack build. Take my revenge now. So, yeah. That's a different damage output. Goldfish sword is not necessarily the ideal weapon here. That's better. We done yet? Right. Ow, these guys hurt so much. This light strike thing is so horrible. It does break your armor. That's why I'm dying so quickly when I do die. It's that what makes me first take no damage at all, and then all of a sudden I immediately die because I get hit on partially reduced resistances. That's what's happening there. Can't wait to fight the boss like that. Okay. But I mean, as long as you have a big room to kite through, stuff is much less dangerous here. This situation here is worst in narrow corridors. Ooh, no. Let's just toss a few of my projectiles in there and let them bleed down there. Oof. Ow. Big ow. This place is horrible. I'm already done with all the other tier 6 realms except for 2. This one and the other one has a complete immunity against damage over time. I need to temporarily do a different build there because obviously a damage over time build down there won't work. But yeah. Let's see. I think now I have the proper respect for the situation, and now I have an actual chance of clearing this place. Let's go over there next. Oh boy. Ow. They're hurting so much. I hate these guys. Go. That's been at least an easy one once. Oh, that's a lot of dudes. But as long as I keep moving, all's okay. Good thing that there's always spiders around that want to stop me from moving. Love this game. It's pretty brutal, but it's also pretty cool. At least the netherworld is. Oh no, not the ice. Okay. Okay. Hate this place somehow. Because everything has to be taken so darn slow. Pretty harsh patience test. See how they rip me apart? And I mean, my armor isn't too horrible. It's not glorious either. Could be better, much better. But I don't die on other places that easily. But they have 400% more damage before I take a shot on them, and they have extra damage and armor breaking capabilities. It's pretty sick Alpha Strike Supreme package. Oh, I can move like a normal person again. Something. Okay. Oh, now I know which sword I wanted to have. This one was quite nice, but where's the most powerful sword wasn't bad either. But where's the drum sword? Drum? Drum? There. This one is really good for projectile-based builds like mine. It's a lot of projectiles extra. And cycling bonuses the longer I shoot. I think this is pretty good. And it also increases fork and pierce, which is very, very valuable stats. There we go. Yeah. That's much faster dying enemies here. Nice. Okay. Okay. I think now I'm where I wanted to be. Oh, fire waves. Oh. It's at least somewhat harmless. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the right sword. Yeah. Rooms exploding much faster like that. Stupid shadow projectile stuff. Okay. 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 In dungeons like these, where the enemies explode for 2 days after killing them, I really started to make it a habit to clear a room and then immediately leave for another room. So, can come back after the whole ruckus is set down. hate these time-delayed effects a little bit. But, well. I also think it is a pretty nice challenge to your patience, gameplay-wise. Beautiful. Love this build, seriously. Clearing speed is nice. It's very easy to aim it. It's very powerful. Has decent single target and AoE damage. Get out of here. Yeah. They're everywhere. Okay. Let's grab that money. And clear out this room. Good. Okay. Beautiful. Boy, there's a lot of them still. Isn't it nice to see them all explode like that? To me, that never grows old. There we go. Okay. But I think... yeah. This is the last one. I meant to say. Okay. Now off to level 2. That's a lot of guys. I bet down here it's the same. Sort of. Not as horrible as I expected it to be. Okay. Ooh. These full rooms are so crazy scary. I mean, damage-wise, you gotta see every one of these rooms as if it was filled with 4 times more enemies alone due to the Gargantuan Cataclysm. I mean, once I wound them, it's obviously not true anymore, but it's still pretty scary. And the reason why I can't die so darn fast here. Getting anti-heal landmines under my feet. Okay. Let's keep moving. Generally, staying in motion is one of the best ways to stay alive. That's why I think in larger rooms we should be okay. Still gotta say, it feels very, very satisfying to aim into a full room of guys like that and seeing the magic happen. Okay. Blindness spheres? Pretty harmless. A little bit greedy. I don't think I'm getting away with it. Okay. Playing it careful now again. I got lucky one time. Let's not rely on it another time. So, oh no, not the ice bombs. I hate the ice bombs. Oh. It's But yeah, I successfully survived this entry. I mean, I know that I am playing a little bit overcautious here, but I gotta say, whenever I did start playing not overcautious anymore, these realms really bit my back super quickly. Every single time I tried it so far. Let's go elsewhere. There's still stuff down there in the corner that I need to do. Whew. Sadly, it's a few too many. Okay. Army of gnomes. Okay. There's another one that I didn't trigger yet. Let's go there next. Okay. So I think I have to go for another floor before I can meet the Warlord. I have a hard time thinking that this is enough. Okay. Here. Oof. Spider Queen plus a lot of guys. Okay. Same thing over here. Good, good. Bring me the loot. Okay. Whoa, that's a lot of guys. So, probably that one reach will be already enough. Yep. Alright. And now to the boss fight. Whew, okay. What is it? It's not an explodey dude, isn't it? As long as I keep my distance, I think we should be okay. Ah, got inner fire. Or crest shield? I think crest shield it is. Okay. As far as I see things, as long as I stay in motion, we should be fine. That little devil, whenever I start throwing my lance, puts up a stupid red shield there. Again. As if I am aiming or making my secondary skill useless. Again, I'm perfectly in a sheathing timing right now. There we go. Yeah, alright. It's weird, like, how this entire realm of this guy revolved mostly around tight spaces. As you see there, this guy is no challenge at all in a wide open. I mean, I still can't die, obviously, but that's really on me entirely. No bad looking, son. Something like that. Only me being silly. There we go. Say, am I using the proper one? Yes. Yeah, I see why I did procrastinate this boss fight. But what's there? There we go. And no special items here. Nice. Okay. Finally. This place. So happy. Hated there. Wholeheartedly. Anyways, enough of that. I got some money, and let's upgrade that gear. Did I run out of these things again, hey? Okay. Those were the last few severely underleveled slots of mine. As if level 90 would be severely underleveled, but yeah. Didn't get much worse than that. Okay. Wait a sec. I wish they would auto sort into the box there. Okay. That's also a good way of getting rid of your excess gold. High-end enhancement is stupidly costly. But we gotta spend our money somewhere, right? Out of Slorm again. Always out of Slorm. So I'm not gonna take that one. Let's see. Astora, the Wild Witch. Ah. So, Ice Strike, Seal of Blindness, Proliferation, Avenger. Avenger is pretty heavy. Let's give it a spin. Whoa, large AoEs, indeed. But let's see. Since they don't have the this extreme after explosion gameplay, I think I can play a little bit more aggressively finally. Yeah. Bring out the ice skates. Alright. It's a little bit dangerous to just surf in there and try to kill everybody. But I am so tired of taking things super slowly after the previous realm. I need some better action here. Even if I risk dying while doing so. Whoa, let's fall back for a little moment here. Okay. So far, so good. What is that? Yeah. Low value. Too bad. Pure stats, no high. No high one. Okay. It's hard to believe that this realm that I'm in here has higher HP monsters than the previous one. So I'm burning through them so much faster. Sure, I did amplify my gear a little bit. But that shouldn't have made that kind of a difference. Dang. Okay. That's been this part. Netherworld is so far really one of my favorite parts of the game. Because the areas here are all so nicely hand-tinkered to be as horrible as possible. And so far, I enjoyed every one of these challenges. Basically like the challenge realms. Every time with different ways and means to make life miserable for you. No, 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 no. Stupid body of water in the center of this place here. I keep overlooking them. But at least the clear speed is really nice. Gotta say, I really love throwing sword. It's a fun skill. Very fun skill. So, reaching the point where I need to be careful to not die off of hubris. Because currently things are going really well. But I know that this is usually the moment before you are dying horribly. Sometimes. Sometimes it's also the moment before you actually win, but better safe than sorry. one more warlord to go. I do feel though that this realm here is way less countering my game plan. Oh boy, that's a Titanic Silent Seal. That's an annoying schema burst. Especially since that thing is supposedly hitting like a truck, right? Okay. Yeah. Right. How are you going to counter that? The Avenger thing here is the big problem. She's constantly spawning new enemies and buffing up her damage like crazy with that. Probably need to just jump out when that thing pops up below my feet. Because, I mean, there's not really much that I can't do against the size of this thing. I wouldn't know what. Oh, jeez. These warlords are so sadistic. I love it. All right. Let's go elsewhere. This it's really... I hate this trait on every warlord I encountered it so far. The Valley of Enslaved Sorcerers. Okay. Let's try that one. Damn. I think the best way to kill off Vastora is to just have even way more DPS than I have here right now. Because in all seriousness, the best way to deal with stuff like that is to kill it even faster before it can kill you. And be tanky, obviously. But, yeah. But I do like about this game that losing here never feels like a too frustrating experience to me. Most of the time I'm, at the worst case, a little bit pissed about that I need to clear out the realm again, but then I think that to myself, the fact that I lost just this very moment is probably showing me that I need that rerun, or maybe I can at least find something, some money, some slorm. There's always something. Saber, hi there. There we go. Oh, there's even more. There we go. This is a much more chilled experience. I mean, no warlord realm after all. It's just a regular netherworld realm. Should be cleared out. That's the difference. There's only one of these obscene modifiers on the map, or 4, or 3. Money! One thing that I really would wish for is a bigger loot radius. Nice. That's a finished level, isn't it? Yep. Hey, Swosen. Yeah, I was at the same spot like you. Take it slow. If you can't take Adam conveniently, the Warlord realms are most likely not going to make you too happy either. So, but yeah, I also was playing quite fervorously towards this part here. Yeah, okay. I dare say I should probably work on my survivability more than on my DPS. Ooh, Saber, that's difficult. Not really. Lately, I've seen no cultivation extra games except for the Matchless Kung Fu. You haven't mentioned the Matchless Kung Fu. It's the next best game on your list of games that you could play in the cultivation sector. I think Scroll of Taiwu should also qualify, since you were playing also Tale of Immortal. If you can digest Tale of Immortal, you can probably also digest Taiwu. But sadly, I don't have more to offer right now. Okay. Decent chance that I'm going to survive this place. Okay, one more down. I'm now I can't wait to get to the final boss now. Zolarian, the Blazing Defender. 5 different of these. I've been expecting something like that. Titanus, the Behemoth. Oh well. 100% resistance to damage over time. Sayonara, I'm out of here. Can't play that with a damage over time build. I can't really tell because I have not ever received a key from the developers, and I wasn't therefore testing it yet. I only know that people from the cultivation scene kept recommending it as something that I should feature, and sorry, can't really tell you more. There we go. Okay. Let's try to speedrun this a little bit. I dare to now, after the initial success. Yeah, it's working out. I'm also not looting too well here, but whatever. Breezing through this place like that is its own reward. Okay. Let's see if we can backtrack over some loot. Yeah. Downside, like I said. All the juicy stuff lies behind you. Whoa, it's a lot. It's always such a satisfying feeling to see how so many enemies just pop down like that. So that's been the first half of this place. Thank you, Swanson. That's so nice of you. You really made my evening happen today. Thank you. Okay, let's keep going. I'm sorry, that's just... Whoa! Alright. Didn't die, right? See you there, Xavier. I hope I was able to help. I'm sorry that I didn't bring up more info than that. Have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. Alright. Okay. Not bad. I always feel like I can't go forward anymore once shadow clones are spawning like that. Shadow clones are among the worst things that can't happen to me on this particular build, at least. I really need to find some alternative to damage over time for this build. At least for the realms that are 100% immune against that. I find it a little bit sad that the dev went for 100% immunity against damage over time. I find that personally a little bit too restrictive. 95%, even 99%. But the 100% means that a bleed build is 100% useless. And believe it or not, 1% useful is much more fun than 100% useless, because that's 0% useful. Makes a lot of difference somehow. Ice Dome. And that effect, that's the other one that I really wouldn't be missing at all. It's one of the very few modifiers that I don't like. While we're fighting, it's awesome, because it gives you some strategical limitations, because you have to be there and such. But when you're just exploring the level, it sucks big time. Because at some point, you get forced to just stand still so you don't get the big fat ice lightning on your head. I already hated that mechanic when it got introduced on Diablo. Don't know. Everything that brings me to just stand still and do nothing anymore. Jack. No, this is more like an ARPG, like Path of Exile or Last Epoch or something like that. More on the comedy side and less on the punishing side, but very much so on the deep and complex side. So Somebody said that this game is very comparable to Disgaea because everything on your character levels up. You're familiar with the franchise, that is. Okay, but look, we're getting closer to the center of this place. The slippery ossuary. Slippery everywhere, hell yeah. Bring it. That's fun. Bring in the skates. There we go. So that effect will also be on a warlord, yeah? Okay. Whatever. Gotta say, I find that icy effect actually quite fun. After having played so much Super Mario in my childhood, slippery ground like that, please, I've had way worse. I was controlling underwater Mario. That was way worse. This place is fun. In all seriousness. Because the monster selection is actually pretty easy. Can very much turn brain off and just scoot in there and kill everybody. If they weren't already all dead, because they're undead. Oh boy. My brain is getting silly. Enjoy the stream. Oh, there's a lot of money. Can't leave the money in. Ooh. Okay. Crows are solid here. Stupid ice bombs. These are a little bit too much here right now, alright, guys. And shadow clones. Good chances that I'm going to die here. Whoa. Very harmless breaches. Ooh, there's a chest back there that didn't open. Shame on me. Once the dust has settled a little bit, I'll also be coming back to my most recent Dwarf Fortress fortress that I have put underwater the last time. Obviously, it never really happened, but it's just been a lot of new things happening lately that I wanted to cover. Just wanted to let people know that are probably waiting for me picking up the fort again. I haven't forgotten the fort. Never knew. I don't know what it is, but shredding through a battalion of skeleton archers somehow never grows old. At least not for me. Okay. Might be moving absurdly slowly here, but whatever. At least it's also absurdly easy to kill everything here. But it's my favorite realms where you can just breeze through and murder everybody. Not gonna enjoy the Warlord with that terrain too much though. Because I bet there's gonna be one. No, not the ice bombs. Oh, well, whatever. Okay. Wow, this enemy combination here on this level is really amazing. Love it. Wow. But like I said, I really wish the there would be a way to enhance the pickup radius that I'd know of. If I'm derping out on something, be free to let me know. But I really feel like you need to get much too close to each gold pile to collect it. Considering how much tweaking you can make happen to drop more gold. It's actually quite sadistic from the devs how hard it is to collect that gold and return now. Okay. Another realm down. The charnel house of the blizzard. Ugh. 93k on that ice ray cataclysm. Okay. Let's get it done as quick as possible. That thing will outright murder me if I'm not inside the couple. Oh god, so fast. Well, alright, at least we're going to be only very slowly progressing. Okay. I think this realm will perfectly illustrate my beef with this entire mechanic. Because now I can't proceed. Now I can't go into the next room. Need to stand still. Now I'm done with the room and still need to stand still. I don't know. While I do understand what the intention behind this whole thing is, I wouldn't miss it a single moment if it would be announced to be gone. But mostly because the counterplay to this mechanic is so boring. It's just standing still. Just don't find that too entertaining. But well, I'm not a game dev, so what do I know? Oh, I didn't immediately die off of that. How fortunate. So my resistance seems to be high enough to tank at least that shot. Even though my HP on paper is not high enough, my effective HP after taking all the resistances into account seems to be high enough. Hooray! Okay. But altogether, I did imagine it worse than it is so far. Oh, those silent sigils are so crazy. No, I don't want to die. Oof. That one was close. Yeah, well. Although I gotta say, this is the very first time that I do enjoy the ice dome mechanic, because it's meaningful now. It's not. It's more than just a nuisance. I will very, very most likely lose the game the moment I don't respect this insane amount of damage that comes down on me. That's just taking too long. Just stand there, and then it charges up. Then finally the lightning drops. That was short. That was very close. I almost died there. Whew. Stupid ice. I did it. For a moment, I was so sure that I'm going to die. Okay. Another one down. Look, we're unlocking the center island, bit by bit. Jared, the Arcane Stalker. Fire Rage, Ice Ray, Ice Bombs, and Assimilation. Ugh. This is, very intense and unfun. This guy has the Avenger thing. Ooh, with slowed down projectiles. Okay. So let's give it a try. Alright, this is ridiculous. Super slow projectiles on the icy ground here. Okay. It's not only ridiculous, it's also deadly. Okay, let's give it another try. I don't think that I have any chance whatsoever on the actual boss of that map. But at least I am gathering a lot of storm while I'm running this. And there's still a lot of optimization that I can go for on this character. On the Ancestral Board, which I haven't basically touched yet at all. Well, haven't touched it all is a little bit too extreme, but I really didn't do too much theory crafting there for this character. Especially not. Oof. I really hope that I will at least get to the actual Warlord here for this round. Because I'm very curious to see how that plays out. Slippery ground, super slow projectiles. I mean, to me personally, this is more a good thing than a bad thing. Because super slow swords hit the enemy way more times than fast swords. So. Let's just keep moving for now. Okay. I somehow have a very, very hard time believing that I have a chance in fighting the Warlord of this place, but I am going to die trying. Any battle bindings with a pure stat. Double exclamation mark mana on hit. Not bad, I guess. But also not stupidly good either. I did. Alright. So guys, I'm too tired to go on. I would love to, but I'm not awake anymore enough. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being awesome.